Oh, Frieza, you're not dealing with the average Saiyan anymore. Hey guys, Ryan here, and we are back continuing this particular What If, which started off with such a really small change, but it's really has affected the overall story of Dragon Ball. And that is, what if Chi-Chi let Gohan train? Which led to Goku and Gohan getting stronger, and Chi-Chi also joining in some of the training, as well as making sure Gohan does his studying as well, led to Gohan having a more balanced sort of lifestyle, where Chi-Chi's not denying her husband the chance to train his son, which led to the whole Raditz ordeal being cut pretty short, considering Raditz didn't even survive his trip to Roshi's Island, or Kame House. He could not beat the Sun family all working together, and of course Piccolo getting his little sneak attack in. You know, just that little payback from earlier. And of course, this led to Goku, with the Guardian of Earth's permission, as well as King Yama, being allowed to train with King Kai in preparation because Nappa and Vegeta were on their way. And while Gohan and Chi-Chi went off with Piccolo to train and prepare for the Saiyan invasion, which big difference there is that Gohan and Piccolo were able to train all out because, remember, Gohan already knows how to use his abilities. No survival training for this Gohan, and Chi-Chi was there and she learned how to fly and how to use Ki Blast, and as well as trying to make Gohan study, which just, wasn't happening, led to some hilarious dialogue. And that led to the overall battle against Nappa and Vegeta, also going very differently because of the addition of Chi-Chi in the group, as well as the Dragon Balls, per your vote, being used to unlock the Z-Warriors' latent potential. This led to a higher survival rate of the Z-Warriors, which ultimately led to Gohan's Rage Boost being significantly strong enough to destroy Nappa when Piccolo sacrifices himself, and which left Vegeta completely outnumbered with 5 remaining Z-Warriors, 6 if you count Yajirobe. And Vegeta, of course, had no choice, he had to escape. Then we got to the Namek saga, with most of what happens on Namek playing out as per normal, with the addition of Chi-Chi being with the team that goes to Namek, and Tien and Goku trading together in Capsule Corp Gravity Chamber for an additional month before they themselves depart off to Namek, which has increased Goku's power significantly than his original counterpart in the Namek saga. And after they clean up the Ginyu Force, pretty much the battle between Frieza plays out per normal until we get to his final form transformation. And of course, he blows away Dende after witnessing his power of healing. When he sees him heal both Piccolo and Vegeta, Vegeta doing his whole, Krillin, you need to almost kill me so I can get a Zenkai boost so I can be stronger than Frieza. That really silly plan of his. But before Vegeta could actually test his power, Frieza fired yet another Ki Blast aiming towards Gohan. Chi-Chi got in the way of it and sacrificed herself for her son. And that has set off a monstrous transformation in Gohan. Yellow sparks flaring anywhere, letting out a powerful scream. Gohan has awakened the power of the legendary Super Saiyan. And this is where we continue. this amazing chapter. Gohan is just powering up. Everyone is shocked. Even Vegeta, because remember, the original, Vegeta didn't witness this transformation. Vegeta was dead. This time Vegeta actually gets to see the Super Saiyan transformation for himself, and he's both sort of proud of Gohan, but sort of, oh, I wish it was me, I'm the prince. That power should be reserved for the Prince of all Saiyans. And Frieza's taken aback, but he's just like, oh, what is this now? Saiyan with blonde hair dye? Did I upset you, little monkey? Did I hurt your mummy? Don't worry, you'll be joining her. Oh! Gohan is suddenly charged and has just struck Frieza full force in the stomach. Oh, you wretched monkey! Bam! And another shot in the face, and Gohan is just attacking Frieza like a wild animal. It's quite a sight. And Piccolo is just sort of smiles like, Gohan! Gohan! But Gohan just sort of stares back at Piccolo. He's got just this angry look. But is this Super Saiyan power really enough to defeat Frieza? The quick answer, no, not really. Mind you, Gohan is getting a lot of good shots in at the moment, but Frieza just raises his power, because remember, at this point, Frieza's only using 3% of his power. But Ryan, Gohan's a Super Saiyan. He should just be able to beat Frieza like his father did, right? Wrong. Remember, in the original, Goku's power level was at least another 50% higher than what Gohan's was. At the very least. Possibly even 70% stronger than what Gohan was. And in this timeline, that difference is still there. Remember, the Super Saiyan transformation is ultimately a multiplier. It'll only multiply what your current power level is. It doesn't matter how strong you are. If you got the right trigger, you can activate the Super Saiyan transformation, which, as we know, is anger. That is what has set off Gohan's transformation into Super Saiyan, but because he's significantly weaker than what his father is when he transforms, he doesn't quite have the power to finish off Frieza when Frieza powers up to his max. And that is when he starts turning it around on Gohan. And yes, Gohan makes a mistake of letting him transform. Because, in a way, we're getting sort of the... You know how Gohan was like when he fights Cell? How his Saiyan instinct's just taking over, him wanting to see Cell's full power and give Cell all those chances because he wants to make Cell suffer. We're basically getting that with Gohan, but in the Frieza saga. Is that all you got, Frieza? But he ended up giving him way too many chances. Frieza's power up to maximum, and he's beginning to turn the tables on Gohan. At this point, the battle is getting brutal. This is almost like what would have happened if Vegeta had fought Frieza, like he does in the timeline. Gohan, you could say Gohan's taking that beating for him. And Piccolo, Tien, Krillin, they're not having any of it. They can't stand idly by while this happened. Frieza has already killed Chi-Chi. They cannot let Gohan die too, so they all charge Frieza and are attacking. And meanwhile, Frieza is forced to let go of Gohan because the others are coming. Vegeta uses this chance to actually get the kid away. Now, why exactly is Vegeta helping Gohan, trying to keep him safe? Vegeta saw this kid transform into a Super Saiyan. Vegeta wants to learn how to do this himself. And Vegeta has always been sort of impressed with Gohan ever since he bested Nappa in the previous story arc. So, Vegeta, in a way, both respects Gohan, but he still wants to surpass him. There's the typical sort of camaraderie between Saiyans. And while the others are fighting, Vegeta's just sort of standing there. He's like, So Vegeta has seen the power difference. He is sensing how strong Frieza is, and compared to what Gohan was just a minute ago in his Super Saiyan transformation, Vegeta is nothing. Vegeta, that is a bitter pill for the Prince to swallow. What am I doing? No matter what I do, I can't keep up with Kakarot, or his brat, or this tyrant who has made me his slave for all these years. Now, is that... But, suddenly, Vegeta comes up with a plan. You remember how I said Vegeta got to keep his tail because he never used the Great Ape transformation from the previous arc? He did use the Energy Ball, but that was only to transform Gohan into an ape, so Vegeta could escape the confusion. But this time, Vegeta has the chance to use his Great Ape transformation. I guess I'm not completely useless after all. I'm not gonna be outdone by Kakarot and his brat. He's powering up an energy ball. Frieza. This is for all the humiliating years I was subjected to. And he throws the energy ball up into the air, and he tells everyone to clear out. Vegeta is in his Great Ape form, and he just fires a huge mouth energy ki blast at Frieza. Vegeta's current power level, this would push Vegeta up to about Frieza at his 50%. And the beam does catch Frieza off guard. Does it destroy Frieza? No, but Vegeta has done some damage, only due to the fact that Frieza was caught completely off guard. The blast was that intense it actually destroyed the energy ball, and Vegeta has reduced to his normal form.
Ah, well done, monkey. If I hadn't seen that at the last second, I may have been in serious trouble. So, consider this an honorable death.
Frieza's getting ready to fire a death beam, but before he can, there's a sudden burst of yellow light, and Frieza has been struck by an unknown assailant and has gone crashing into the mountains. It is Goku, and he's already in his Super Saiyan form. Now, why is that exactly? Goku? Remember, when Goku is in the medical chamber during this battle, he can sense everything that goes on. He has sensed what was happening to his son just now, and yes, he also sensed what happened to his wife. That has also triggered Goku's transformation at the same time as Gohan's. But Goku was still recovering and couldn't quite get out of the chamber in time. But once the transformation was complete, the med chamber was just completely blown up. As long as, lucky Frieza's ship wasn't blown up in the crossfire. Goku is there. He is intense. He's not saying anything.
What? Who are you? Ah, you're another one of those monkeys. I've seen your power. I'm not that impressed.
Remember, Frieza can't sense energy. He thinks this guy is just as strong as Gohan. But no, Goku is a lot more powerful. In fact, his transformation in this timeline is actually more intense than the original. Goku doesn't have, right now, any sense on who he is. He's more like a typical primate at this time. Vegeta's just like, he's not really admitting this out loud, but he's just sort of thinking, Kakarot, thank you. But it still burns him up that Goku's a Super Saiyan too. But at this point, Vegeta's lucky that he's alive at this point. Goku and Frieza are basically about to go at.
Tell you what, monkey. How about I fight you in my 50% form? After all, it was enough to pick your son.
But Goku is just attacking him. He's just attacking Frieza, and Frieza cannot even defend himself. He's that overwhelmed by Goku's power. Goku just fires up a fully powered Kamehameha, and he obliterates Frieza. Frieza is dead. And everyone is just shocked. This monster, this Frieza who seemed unbeatable, indestructible, and Goku just beats him like it's nothing. A lot more efficiently than he does in the original. Goku, you are amazing! Yeah, Goku, where have you been all this time? And Vegeta just listened. But Goku is not responding. He just flies off. Goku just flies off and takes the nearest space pod, flies off in the cosmos. What exactly is he doing? Oh, apparently losing Chi-Chi has Goku has really snapped, and he is out looking for any presence of Frieza, any similar energy. And yes, he does sense. He can sense King Cold's energy from where he is. That's how powerful Goku has gotten on this transformation. Goku is on his Saiyan pod, on his way to basically just take care of King Cold. Will our heroes ever see him again? And what will happen with Gohan? I think that is where we'll leave things for now, until the next part. So tell me, what do you guys think of this part? Do you like what I've done there? Do you like how I make Gohan the first Super Saiyan in this timeline? Do you like how I ended the Frieza fight? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you again for part 6. Yeah, I believe it's part 6 we're up to next.